zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Newton now to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. It's caught. Jones. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st down, it's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On 1st down, Newton. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Back to throw, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the red zone now, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of... Two there, bringing up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing again is Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's fourth down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 34.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Newton on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Newton now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They slot Gronkowski outright. And the play clock's running down. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The shotgun snap for Newton. Escape, and the Cardinals are in. Touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Off play action. Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 6. Shift together here from the D-line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown. On the year, and the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in. and affect their play.
Time running out here on the play clock. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their big tight end. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure can affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here. Second and 10, Newton again. The left side completion to Jones. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch it now, Barney. Tighten up. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 50.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Newton on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for it all. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Surveying the field. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now it's Newton. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll slide down to... Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, Newton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Newton on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Defense showing blitz. On first down, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Another pistol look here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, here's Newton. He's got time. Going for the deep ball. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they're going to speed things up here. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Here we go now. Green, Detroit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On first down, it's Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Newton. That is caught inside the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They come out here in the eye. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
They did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Newton takes it himself. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. First down and goal, the offense, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did, it worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? mass. How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Newton on first down. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Quarterback saw the defenders coming, made the smart move, protected himself.
Yeah, could have lowered his head and tried to pick up additional yardage that way, but that's not smart for a quarterback. They need him around to throw the football. Slide in feet first and get the protection afforded to him.
Newton now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10. Newton again. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down.
Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Lynch. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So the offense has it first and 10. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Over. No, check.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a first down following that long gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there. I
think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.